Welcome, beautiful soul. I'm so grateful our energies have aligned today. There are no accidents in this universe, only divine appointments, and your presence here is evidence of celestial timing. The angels have been whispering your name, guiding you to this moment, to this message meant specifically for you. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to receive what heaven wants you to know today. Your soulmate connection hasn't been severed. It's been strengthened through separation. And now, the divine forces are orchestrating a reunion that will leave both of you in tears of recognition and relief. Before we continue, I invite you to type "open" in the comments below. This simple act signals to the universe that you're receptive to the message meant for your heart today. Go ahead, type it now. I'll wait for you. Thank you for that act of spiritual alignment. The angels acknowledge your willingness to receive. Now let me share what they've revealed about your situation. Your soulmate has been on their own journey, one that needed to unfold separately from yours for a time. This separation wasn't punishment. It was preparation. You needed to become who you are today, and they needed their own transformation. The distance between you has created the perfect space for growth, healing, and eventual reunion. The divine realm has shown me that your soulmate thinks of you constantly. They may not have reached out yet, but their spirit calls to yours across the distance. At night, when the veil between worlds thins, they feel your presence. They dream of your face, your smile, your touch. The connection you share transcends physical separation. It exists on a soul level that cannot be broken by time or circumstance. I see tears in their eyes when they remember what you once shared. These aren't tears of regret alone, but of profound recognition. They're finally understanding the depth of your connection, the rarity of what you had together. And this awakening is bringing them back to you, step by step, guided by forces greater than both of you. If you're feeling this resonates with your situation, please type truth in the comments now. Acknowledge what your heart already knows. The angels want you to understand something crucial about divine timing. Human impatience often makes us question the wisdom of heaven's schedule. We want everything immediately, but the universe operates on its own perfect timetable. Your reunion is approaching, but forcing it before all elements are in place would diminish its potential. Trust the process. The delay isn't denial, it's divine orchestration working in your favor. I'm being shown that your soulmate has been through significant changes since you were last together. They've faced challenges that have broken open their heart, making them more compassionate, more aware, more capable of the kind of love you deserve. The person returning to you isn't the same one who left. They've evolved just as you have. And it's this mutual transformation that will allow your connection to reach heights it never could before. The tears they can't hide are evidence of this transformation. Pride and ego once prevented them from showing vulnerability. Now, their heart has softened. They understand that true strength lies in emotional honesty. When they come back to you, they won't be hiding behind walls. They'll be open, authentic, and ready to share their truth with you. Type "ready" if you're prepared to receive this evolved version of your soulmate. The angels are showing me that many of you have been working on yourselves during this separation. You've been healing old wounds, releasing limiting beliefs, expanding your capacity to give and receive love. This internal work hasn't gone unnoticed. In fact, It's been essential to creating the energetic conditions necessary for reunion. Your growth has been sending ripples through the universe, affecting your soulmate in ways you cannot yet see. Some of you might be wondering if this message is truly for you. Perhaps you're thinking of someone specific as I speak, wondering if they're the soulmate I'm referring to. The divine realm wants you to know that your intuition is trustworthy. That name or face appearing in your mind as you listen, it's not random. Your soul recognizes its counterpart even when your logical mind tries to dismiss the connection. Your soulmate is experiencing a profound spiritual awakening right now. They're beginning to see beyond the material world, beyond the immediate gratifications that once distracted them. They're asking deeper questions about life's meaning and purpose. And in this awakening, your face keeps appearing to them as an answer. You represent something authentic and true in a world that often feels superficial and confusing to them now. The tears they can't hide come from this awakening. It's overwhelming to suddenly perceive reality through a spiritual lens when you've been operating from ego for so long. They're experiencing what mystics throughout history have called the dark night of the soul, that necessary period of dissolution before rebirth. And you, beloved one, are the light they see at the end of this transformative tunnel. If you can feel the truth of these words resonating in your heart center, please type "awakened" in the comments below. Many of you have been receiving signs that this reunion is approaching. Perhaps you've been finding feathers in unexpected places. Maybe their name keeps appearing in conversations, songs, or signs. You might be experiencing dreams that feel more real than waking life. Dreams where the two of you are together again, healing the past and building a new future. These synchronicities aren't coincidental. They're breadcrumbs from the divine, confirming you're on the right path. The angels want you to know that this period of waiting hasn't been wasted time. Every moment of separation has been necessary for the grand design to unfold. If reunion had happened sooner, it wouldn't have lasted. Both of you needed to learn certain lessons, overcome specific challenges, and develop particular strengths before you could create the relationship that your souls agreed to before incarnating. I'm seeing that for many of you, this reunion will happen when you've almost given up hope. That's often how divine timing works. The miracle arrives just after the moment you thought it was impossible. This isn't cruelty on the universe's part. Rather, it's about bringing you to a place of complete surrender, where you've released attachment to outcome and can receive the blessing with open hands and a clean heart. Your soulmate's tears represent this surrender. They've fought against the connection, tried to find substitutes, attempted to convince themselves they could live without you. But the soul knows what it knows, and theirs has finally surrendered to the inevitable truth of belonging with you. This surrender is breaking them open in the most beautiful way, washing away resistance and preparing them for authentic reunion. Type surrender if you're willing to release control and trust divine timing in this reconnection. Some of you might be wondering what actions you should take. Should you reach out to them? Should you wait for them to contact you? The angels are showing me that for most of you, this reunion will initiate from their side. They're the ones who need to take the step toward reconciliation. Your role right now is to maintain the elevated energy that makes you a match for this evolved connection. This doesn't mean sitting passively by the phone. It means continuing your spiritual growth, honoring your worth, creating a beautiful life that reflects your authentic self. When they return, they should find you thriving, not waiting. Paradoxically, it's your independence and self-fulfillment, that will magnetize them back to you more powerfully than any desperate attempt to reconnect. I see that many of you are concerned about whether this person truly deserves another chance. You've been hurt before, perhaps by this very soulmate, and you're wary of opening yourself to potential pain again. This caution is wise and reflects your self-respect. The angels want you to know that the person returning to you has genuinely changed. The tears they cannot hide are evidence of this transformation. They've done the internal work necessary to be a proper partner to you now. However, this doesn't mean you should abandon discernment. When they return, observe their actions more than their words. Look for consistent evidence of change. True transformation manifests in behavior, not just in emotional displays or promises. Your soulmate will demonstrate their evolution through sustained effort, patience, and willingness to rebuild trust at whatever pace you need. If you're committed to approaching this reunion with both an open heart and wise discernment, please type balance in the comments. The divine realm is showing me that this reconnection will happen in stages. First will come an initial contact, perhaps a message, a call, or an accidental meeting in a place meaningful to both of you. This first contact may seem casual on the surface, but both of you will feel the undercurrent of significance. Your soulmate may try to maintain composure, but their eyes will reveal the emotion they're struggling to contain. Next will come a period of cautious reacquaintance. You'll be getting to know each other again, discovering who you've both become. During the separation, this phase is crucial and shouldn't be rushed. Allow space for new discoveries. You're not picking up where you left off. You're creating something entirely new from the stronger foundation of your evolved selves. Finally, when trust has been re-established, will come the deep reconnection, the moment when both of you fully acknowledge what your souls have always known. This is when their tears will flow freely without shame or restraint, and perhaps yours will too, in recognition of the journey you've both undertaken to find your way back to each other. The angels are emphasizing that many of you need to heal specific wounds before this reunion can fulfill its highest potential. Some of you carry trust issues from past betrayals. Others harbor resentment from feeling abandoned or overlooked. Still others struggle with self-worth, questioning whether you truly deserve the kind of love your soul craves. These wounds aren't obstacles to reunion. They're actually invitations to the healing that will make reunion meaningful. I invite you now to place your hand over your heart and breathe deeply into any pain you still carry. Acknowledge it without judgment. Thank it for the protection it once offered you, and now, with exhale, begin to release it. You don't need to complete this healing in one moment. It's a process. But your willingness to engage with it opens the channel for divine assistance in your healing journey. If you're ready to release old wounds to make space for new love, type healing in the comments below. Your soulmate is going through a similar process right now. The tears they cannot hide come from facing their own wounds, their own failures, their own humanity. They're recognizing how they hurt you, how they hurt themselves by walking away from something precious. This recognition isn't about wallowing in guilt, it's about necessary accountability that precedes true change. The angels want you to know that forgiveness will be a crucial element of this reunion. Not the kind of forgiveness that dismisses or minimizes harm, but the kind that acknowledges pain while choosing to release its hold on your future. True forgiveness is a gift you give yourself first. It frees you from carrying the heavy burden of resentment and creates space for new experiences. When your soulmate returns, they'll be seeking this forgiveness. The humility in their eyes, the trembling in their voice, the tears they cannot hide, These will all be expressions of their understanding of what was lost and their hope for what might still be possible. Your forgiveness isn't something they're entitled to, but something they'll need to earn through consistent demonstration of change. I'm seeing that for many of you, this soulmate connection has been part of your journey across multiple lifetimes. Your souls recognize each other on a level deeper than this current incarnation. The pull you feel toward each other isn't just chemical attraction or emotional compatibility, it's soul recognition. You've danced this dance before, perhaps many times, learning different lessons together throughout the ages. In some past lives, you may have been lovers. In others, teacher and student, parent and child, or the dearest of friends. Each configuration has added layers to your connection, creating the complex tapestry of recognition you feel when you're together. This current separation has been part of your soul contract, a necessary chapter in your eternal story together. If you sense the timeless nature of your connection with this person, please type eternal in the comments. The angels are showing me that this reunion will catalyze significant positive changes in other areas of your life as well. When two soulmates reconnect in healthy alignment, their combined energy creates a powerful field that attracts abundance, opportunity, and fulfillment. Your career may flourish. Creative inspiration may flow more freely. Your physical vitality may increase. These aren't coincidental side effects. They're the natural result of aligning with your soul's highest path. However, the divine realm cautions against making this reunion the center of your universe. Your soulmate is meant to be a significant part of your journey, not your entire journey. Maintaining your individual identity, passions, and purpose remains essential. The healthiest soulmate connections are between two whole people who choose to share their wholeness, not two fragmented people seeking completion through each other. Your soulmate has been learning this lesson during your separation. The tears they cannot hide come partly from the humbling recognition that they once expected you to fill voids that only their own inner work could address. They're returning with a healthier understanding of what partnership truly means. Complementary strengths rather than codependent merging. I'm seeing that the timing of this reunion correlates with larger shifts happening on our planet right now. We're in a period of accelerated awakening. Old structures are crumbling, making way for new paradigms built on authenticity, compassion, and spiritual awareness. Your reunion isn't just personally significant, it's part of a collective movement toward more conscious relationships that serve the higher good. Together, you and your soulmate will contribute something meaningful to this planetary shift. Perhaps through creative collaboration, community service, or simply modeling what evolved partnership looks like. Your connection carries a purpose beyond your personal fulfillment. This shared mission will become clearer after your reunion, providing direction and meaning to your life together. If you feel called to contribute to positive change on our planet, please type purpose in the comments below. The angels are showing me that patience remains important, even as reunion approaches. Divine timing cannot be rushed. When a fruit is picked before ripening, it never reaches its full sweetness. Similarly, this connection needs to mature naturally. Trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even when the pace feels unbearably slow to your human perception. This patience applies to the reunion process itself as well. When your soulmate returns, resist the urge to immediately reclaim the intimacy you once shared. Allow space for a gradual rebuilding of trust. Let them demonstrate their changed nature through consistent actions over time. The tears they cannot hide show their emotional readiness. But emotional readiness must be paired with practical readiness, stability, clarity, and proven reliability. Many of you are wondering how you'll know for certain when your true soulmate has returned. The divine realm wants you to understand that recognition goes beyond mental analysis. Your body will know. You'll feel it as an unmistakable resonance, a coming home sensation that bypasses all logical questioning. Your energy fields will synchronize. Time may seem to slow down or stop entirely in moments of deep connection. Your soulmate will experience this same recognition. That's why they won't be able to hide their tears. The body's response to profound soul recognition cannot be controlled by the mind. These tears represent the overwhelming relief of finding harbor after a long journey through stormy seas. They're tears of homecoming, of finally being seen and understood at the deepest level. For some of you, this reunion will require geographical shifts. Perhaps one of you will need to relocate, or you'll both be guided to a new location that supports your joint purpose. Others will experience reunion right where you are now, perhaps in places you've both frequented without crossing paths during your separation. The divine orchestration of your reconnection includes placing you in the right physical location at the precise right moment. The angels want me to specifically address those of you who have been in other relationships during this separation period. You haven't been disloyal to your soul connection by seeking love elsewhere. These interim relationships have been necessary teachers, helping you clarify what you truly need and want in partnership. They've prepared you to recognize and appreciate your soulmate's return from a place of greater wisdom and experience. Your soulmate has likely had similar experiences. The tears they cannot hide may partly come from comparing these interim connections to what they shared with you. Nothing has measured up to the authentic soul recognition they felt in your presence. This comparison isn't about superficial traits or circumstances. It's about the unmistakable resonance that exists only between souls who truly belong together. If you've gained important insights about love through other relationships, type clarity in the comments below. The divine realm wants you to prepare for this reunion by clearing energetic space in your life. This might mean literally decluttering your physical environment, creating room for new energy to enter. It might mean examining your schedule and priorities, ensuring you have emotional and temporal space for rebuilding connection. Most importantly, it means clearing internal space by releasing attachment to how things should unfold. Some of you have specific visions of how this reunion will look. You've played the scene repeatedly in your imagination. What you'll say, how they'll respond, the perfect cinematic resolution to your separation story. The angels gently suggest releasing these specific expectations. Reality rarely matches our mental scripts, and clinging to them can blind us to the beautiful unpredictability of authentic reconnection. Instead, focus on how you want to feel during this reunion. Center yourself in qualities like openness, compassion, clarity, and truth. These internal alignments create the optimal conditions for meaningful reconnection, regardless of external details. They also protect your heart from disappointment if the scenario unfolds differently than your imagination pictured. I'm being shown that for many of you, this reunion will involve important conversations about spirituality. Your paths of awakening may have taken different forms during your separation, but they've been leading towards similar truths. Sharing these spiritual insights will form a new foundation for your connection, one based on mutual growth and exploration of life's deeper meanings. For some of you, your soulmate will be surprised by your spiritual evolution. They may have remembered you as someone more focused on material concerns or practical matters. Discovering your expanded awareness will both impress and intrigue them, creating new dimensions of respect and attraction. The tears they cannot hide will partly come from recognizing how they underestimated your depth and capacity for transformation. Others of you will be equally surprised by your soulmate's spiritual growth. Perhaps they once dismissed metaphysical topics or seemed closed to anything beyond the tangible world. Their awakening during your separation has opened them to realities they once denied. This evolution will create exciting new territory for connection between you, shared exploration of consciousness and meaning that wasn't possible before. If spiritual growth has been an important part of your journey during this separation, please type "awakened" in the comments. The angels are emphasizing that when your soulmate returns, the relationship will not be a mere continuation of what existed before. It will be an entirely new creation, built on the foundation of your shared history, but expanded by your individual growth. Think of it as a beautiful building constructed on the site where a previous structure once stood. The location is the same, but the architecture is entirely new, stronger, more beautiful, better suited to who you both have become. This newness might feel disorienting at first. You may find yourself searching for familiar patterns or trying to recreate previous dynamics. Allow yourselves time to discover who you now are together, without rushing to define the relationship in old terms. This period of rediscovery can be among the most exciting chapters of your journey, full of wonder, surprise, and delight in each new revelation. Your soulmate's tears reflect their recognition of this newness, their letting go of who you both were to embrace who you're becoming together. This surrender requires vulnerability, the willingness to step into unknown territory without guarantees. Their emotional display shows their commitment to this vulnerable new beginning. For many of you, the lessons learned during separation have centered around self-sufficiency and wholeness. You've discovered that happiness must be generated from within rather than depending on another person to provide it. This crucial understanding will transform the nature of your reunited relationship, shifting it from codependency to conscious partnership between self-actualized individuals. Your soulmate has been learning similar lessons. The tears they cannot hide partly come from the humbling recognition that they once expected you to be their source of fulfillment, a burden no human relationship can sustainably bear. They return now with greater emotional maturity, ready to take responsibility for their own happiness while sharing life's journey with you. I'm being shown that some of you have children involved in this situation, either shared children or children from other relationships. These young souls are integral to your journey, not obstacles to it. The divine realm has special care for how this reunion impacts them and wants you to proceed with their well-being as a primary consideration. If children are part of your circumstance, your reunion will need to unfold with appropriate pacing and sensitivity. Children form attachments and process changes differently than adults. Your soulmate's understanding of this need for gradual integration will be another sign of their true transformation. The tears they cannot hide may partly come from recognizing opportunities lost with these children during the separation period. If children are part of your situation and you're committed to honoring their needs in this reunion process, please type "children" in the comments below. The angels are showing me that forgiveness will need to flow in both directions when reunion occurs. While you may focus on forgiving your soulmate for their part in the separation, they may also need to forgive you for certain actions or attitudes. This mutual forgiveness creates balanced healing, preventing resentment from taking root in either heart. This doesn't mean equal blame or responsibility in all cases. Sometimes one partner bears greater responsibility for the separation. However, even in such situations, both individuals usually have areas where growth was needed. Acknowledging this mutual humanity allows for honest reconciliation without the impediment of one person being positioned as entirely wrong and the other as entirely right. The tears your soulmate cannot hide reflect their willingness to acknowledge their part in past difficulties. This vulnerability creates space for you to acknowledge any contributions you made to the relationship's challenges. Together, you can create a healing narrative that honors truth while emphasizing growth rather than recrimination. I'm seeing that for many of you, this reunion will coincide with significant life transitions, perhaps a career change, relocation, health transformation, or spiritual initiation. These transitions aren't coincidental. They're synchronized aspects of your soul's evolution. The relationship reformation serves as both catalyst and support for these broader life changes. Your soulmate is experiencing similar transitions. The tears they cannot hide partly come from the overwhelming nature of multiple simultaneous changes. They're navigating their own transformational threshold while also processing the emotional intensity of reconnecting with you. This convergence of significant life events confirms the divine orchestration at work in bringing you back together at this specific moment. The angels want you to know that your higher self has been participating in arranging this reunion from dimensions beyond physical awareness. In dreams, meditation states, and moments of deep intuition, your soul has been communicating with your soulmate's soul, coordinating the perfect circumstances for physical reconnection. This soul-level planning explains the synchronicities that will surround your reunion. If you've been experiencing unusually vivid dreams or inexplicable knowing about this connection, please type "connected" in the comments. Many of you have been working with manifestation practices to bring about this reunion: visualization, affirmations, energy work, prayer. You've employed various methods to align your vibration with the reality you desire to experience. The divine realm acknowledges these efforts and wants you to know they've been received. However, manifestation works best when combined with surrender to divine timing and openness to how the desired outcome actually materializes. Your soulmate has been experiencing the effects of your manifestation energy, even without conscious awareness of your practices. They've felt inexplicable pulls toward you, random thoughts of reconnection, emotional waves that seem to come from nowhere. The tears they cannot hide partially result from this energetic influence, their emotional body responding to the loving intention you've been projecting toward the relationship. As reunion approaches, the angels suggest shifting your manifestation focus slightly. Rather than concentrating exclusively on the return of this specific person, expand your intention to include the highest good for all involved. This broader focus aligns your manifestation with divine will, ensuring that whatever unfolds serves the greatest possible healing and growth for everyone connected to the situation. I'm being shown that many of you will be surprised by the depth of spiritual connection that emerges in this reunited relationship. What once may have been primarily a romantic or intellectual bond will now include profound spiritual dimensions. You'll find yourselves exploring metaphysical concepts together, supporting each other's spiritual practices and experiencing moments of transcendent unity that go beyond ordinary relationship experiences. This spiritual dimension will provide stability through inevitable human challenges. When personality differences or practical issues create tension, your soul-level connection will remind you of the larger purpose you serve together. This perspective shift will allow you to address conflicts with greater compassion and less reactivity than in your previous time together. Your soulmate's spiritual awakening is a key component of their return to you. The tears they cannot hide partly come from experiences of divine love that have opened their heart in unprecedented ways. They're returning with a newfound reverence for the sacred nature of your connection, something they may have taken for granted or failed to recognize before the separation. If you welcome this spiritual dimension in your relationship, please type "sacred" in the comments below. The angels want you to know that when reunion occurs, you may experience a period of energetic adjustment. Your fields will be reacquainting themselves, recalibrating to each other's current frequencies. This adjustment might manifest as heightened emotions, vivid dreams, physical sensations, or synchronicities that seem almost supernatural in their precision and meaning. This energetic recalibration is natural and necessary. It's the non-physical aspect of your reunion, happening alongside the visible reconnection. Allow it to unfold without trying to control or analyze it too closely. Your bodies and energy systems contain ancient wisdom that knows exactly how to harmonize with each other after separation. Your soulmate will experience this energetic adjustment as well. The tears they cannot hide are partly a physical response to the powerful frequencies being activated as your energy fields begin to reconnect. Their body is remembering yours at a cellular level, creating emotional responses too profound to be contained by social composure. For some of you, this reunion will involve healing family dynamics or ancestral patterns. Perhaps your initial relationship suffered from unhealthy models of love you both inherited from your families of origin. During separation, you've had opportunities to recognize and transform these patterns. Your evolved relationship will demonstrate this healing, potentially shifting generational patterns that have persisted for centuries. Your soulmate has been doing similar healing work with their family patterns. The tears they cannot hide partly come from recognizing how these unconscious patterns contributed to the separation and the pain you both experienced. This awareness represents significant evolution, moving from unconscious repetition of harmful patterns to conscious creation of healthier dynamics. The divine realm wants you to know that when reunion occurs, it's important to honor both the past and the present. Acknowledge the history you share without dwelling in it. Recognize how that history informs your current connection without determining it.
Find the delicate balance between remembering and creating anew. If you're ready to honor your shared past while creating a new future together, please type "balance" in the comments. Many of you are concerned about whether mutual attraction will
still exist after so much time apart. The angels are showing me that for true soulmate connections, physical attraction often increases after separation and personal growth. You'll see each other with fresh eyes, appreciating qualities that perhaps went unnoticed before. The magnetic pull between you will likely be stronger than ever, enhanced by the energy of rediscovery. Your soulmate will experience this renewed attraction to you. The tears they cannot hide partly come from being overwhelmed by your beauty, not just physical beauty, but the beauty of your spirit shining through your physical form. They're seeing you completely, perhaps for the first time, and this full vision is breathtaking to them. The divine realm emphasizes that this reunion isn't about reclaiming what was lost. It's about creating something that never existed before. A relationship aligned with your highest evolution and shared purpose. Release attachment to recreating specific aspects of your previous connection. Instead, allow yourselves to discover what's possible between the people you've become. This perspective shift requires trust in the unknown. You're stepping into uncharted territory together, guided by soul recognition rather than familiar patterns. This journey into novelty can feel both exhilarating and frightening. Embrace both reactions as natural responses to profound transformation. Your soulmate is experiencing similar anticipation mixed with uncertainty. The tears they cannot hide partly express this vulnerable state of not knowing exactly what lies ahead, yet feeling inexorably drawn toward it. Their emotional display shows willingness to embrace this uncertainty for the sake of reconnection with you. The angels are showing me that for many of you, nature will play a significant role in your reunion journey. Natural settings provide neutral ground for reconnection, free from associations with your shared past. The elemental energies of earth, water, fire, and air can support your healing process, helping to clear old patterns and stabilize new connections. Consider suggesting outdoor meeting places when reunion begins: parks, beaches, forests, mountains. These natural environments support authentic communication and provide soothing energy during emotionally intense conversations. They also remind both of you of the larger context of life beyond human relationships, helping to maintain perspective through the reunion process. Your soulmate may intuitively suggest such natural settings for reconnection. The tears they cannot hide might flow more freely in these environments, where the expansive energy of nature creates safety for emotional vulnerability. These tears in natural settings represent alignment with the authentic rhythms of life, good omen for your renewed connection. If you feel drawn to nature as a healing force in your life, please type nature in the comments below. As we approach the conclusion of this message, the angels want to emphasize that your worthiness of love has never been in question. This separation wasn't punishment or evidence of your unlovability. It was a necessary chapter in a beautiful, complex love story that spans beyond this single lifetime. Trust that everything, even the painful parts, has been in service to your highest evolution. Your soulmate's return doesn't validate your worth, which has been complete all along. Rather, it reflects the divine orchestration that brings souls together when the timing is perfect for mutual growth and service. Their tears aren't just for what was lost, but for what has been found. The deeper, truer connection that only became possible through separation and individual transformation. Beloved soul, the message is clear. Your soulmate is indeed returning, with emotions too powerful to conceal. The divine realm asks you to prepare by continuing your own growth, maintaining faith in perfect timing, and creating space in your heart and life for this renewed connection. Trust that the tears they cannot hide represent genuine transformation and recognition of your soul bond. As you move forward from this message, carry with you the certainty that you are loved, guided, and moving exactly according to divine design. The reunion approaching isn't just the fulfillment of your personal desire. It's the manifestation of a soul agreement made long before this lifetime began. All of heaven celebrates as this sacred promise moves toward fulfillment in your life. Thank you for receiving this message today. If it resonated with your spirit, Please type gratitude in the comments below and share it with others who might need this divine reassurance. Until next time, may angels guide your path, may love light your way, and may you recognize the sacred purpose in every step of your journey. Blessings, beloved soul. Thank you for watching.